Hello, music fans. In this video, we're going to take a look at two classic rock albums from the British group Genesis, which were pivotal in the evolution of the group, which led into the 1980s. First, we have A Trick of the Tail, and the cover here, which is very striking, was designed by the artist Colin Elgee. And this album was the first where Phil Collins took over for Peter Gabriel, leaving four members of the group, including Mike Rutherford, Tony Banks, and Stephen Hackett. The back of the album, continuing the distinctive artwork. Now, this album features such distinctive songs as Dance on a Volcano, Robbery, Assault and Battery, and the title track. And not only did Phil Collins take center stage, both figuratively and literally, he also started to contribute to the songwriting, and that's the first noticeable change where Genesis starts to feature more distinctive love songs like Ripples. And it was a style that would lead into Phil Collins' solo career of the 1980s. And here we have the 1980 album Duke, with a distinctive cover by the French artist Lionel Koechlin. And this was pivotal because the guitar player Stephen Hackett had left the group a couple years earlier, and it was the beginning of the 1980s and the distinctive trio group that became synonymous with Genesis through the decade, made up now of just Phil Collins, Tony Banks, and Mike Rutherford. And although the style of songwriting on this album pretty much continued the pace of the 1970s, it featured some distinctive songs which became trademarks of Genesis for the decade of the 1980s, such as Turn It On Again and the whimsical Misunderstanding. Now, both these albums have been re-released and with lyrics printed on the inside. In fact, all the Genesis albums have been re-released on vinyl. The album Duke would certainly solidify the popularity of the group into the 1980s, with Phil Collins occasionally leaving the group for his own solo career and then always coming back to do another album with his two band members up until 1996. Well, there you have it, two classic Genesis albums which changed the tempo and style of the group, but didn't diminish from their success as a rock group, carrying them in all the way until the late 1990s. So thank you for watching this video on Adric RR.